Capacity building, Center for States logo. Children's Bureau logo. Title: Authentic Voices video series. Young adult formerly in foster care. Title: Your past doesn't dictate your future. Interview with Amnoni, African-American female, formerly in foster care.
I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts, in the Department of Children and Families. And from birth to 6 months, I was first placed in foster care because my mom abandoned me at the hospital. When she left, I was placed right into care.
Center photograph. Amnoni squats in front of a white brick wall and looks behind at the words mercy printed on the wall. Interview with Amnoni.
My great aunt heard that my father had a couple of kids in the foster care system and thought that she'd be a great person to take care of us. So I resided in her care from the ages of 6 months to 10. And then I was reunited with my mom at the age of 10 until the age of 12 and lived with her, but abuse and neglect took place. And so my mom decided that she no longer wanted to hurt us. And so she placed us up for care in the foster care system.
Video. Amnoni and Caucasian male friend walk around town center, engaged in a lively conversation. Interview with Amnoni.
It was kind of a shock for me because my mom promised that she would never give us up again, and I was separated from my sister, and my brother and I were placed into a foster home.
Video. Amnoni and Caucasian male friend continue to walk around town center, engaged in conversation.
I moved around from home to home, and then at the age of 18, I aged out in a very abrupt way. I got a phone call from my social worker telling me that my foster mom was no longer being paid to care for me, therefore I needed to leave within the week. That was really, really hard, just because I had lived in the home for about 3 years, and so I expected to stay there for a little bit until I at least graduated from college. Thankfully, my aunt took me in for a little bit, and then at the same time, I had a mentor who wanted to also take care of me.
Graphic. After 36 to 42 months of continuous time spent in foster care, a child's chances of leaving foster care are incredibly low. Citation: Office of Planning, Research, and Evaluation, Administration for Children and Families, 2014. Interview with Amnoni.
I think for me, stability would have been one of the most important things I've needed. I think for me, being moved around from home to home, and then also being in homes where I didn't necessarily feel loved, where I felt like I was just another number rather than another child in the home.
Photograph. Amnoni participates in a discussion panel. She looks engaged and has a slight smile on her face. Interview with Amnoni.
I had lived in unstable environments where I didn't necessarily know if I was going to be there the next day. I was constantly in survival mode, and that was something that I had to learn how to thrive off of until I became an adult. The family that I saw was family that I saw on TV, and so for me, that's what I wanted it to be like. And so I was trying to push for those type of families and had these expectations of me that I just couldn't fulfill.
Video. Amnoni sits at an outside table with friends. Interview with Amnoni.
I didn't know what family was. I had to create my relationships outside of that because I wasn't receiving the love and things that I needed from within, meaning my foster family. And so how do we train foster parents to treat the kids like their own?
Center photograph. Amnoni stands at a podium and speaks to a large group of children. Interview with Amnoni.
I think the system needs to know that every child needs a home where love and support are going to be there, and not just love and support, but normalcy. And I think that the system also needs to know that every child is unique.
Center photograph. Amnoni and Senior Senator from Iowa, Chuck Grassley, stand in front of the United States Capitol. Interview with Amnoni.
When you make policies or you make laws, you have to make sure that the laws and policies can benefit every young person who is in care. As I look back on my life, there were certain things that I would have loved to do. I would have loved to join sports clubs or do activities or go out with friends and spend the night and do all those different things, but because I didn't necessarily know those things were available to me, I didn't do them.
Center photograph. Amnoni jumps in front of the U.S. Capitol wearing bright colored pants and a white sweater. Interview with Amnoni.
It's so important for kids to be able to take part in certain activities and being able to take photos with their class or take photos with whatever organization or programs that they're with. I wasn't able to take photos because there was a liability involved. And so for me, as a young child, already dealing with insecurities, when you pull a child out of a picture in front of everyone, that obviously shows that there's something wrong.
Center photograph. Amnoni sits at a table with a male Caucasian friend. They're engaged in conversation. Interview with Amnoni.
One of the biggest things that I like to tell people, and to tell youth especially who have grown up in the foster care system, is to never allow your past to dictate your future. Today, I just really try to use my time to give back and to really give voice to the voiceless, and to allow foster youth to know that, that their future is bright and that their potential is limitless.
Capacity building. Center for States logo. Children's Bureau logo. Fade to black.